was one of them. But then at other times used to mock him by arguing that he thought angels physically kept Earth and Jupiter from pulling into each other catastrophically because of gravity. That is not what Newton argued, as he pieced together the laws of motion and gravity, explaining planetary movement, as it would undermine God's omnipotence by suggesting that he would have to keep intervening in his own work to stop it from imploding on itself, instead of it being beautifully wrought from the beginning. Newton instead talked about the possibility of God intervening through miracles ever so often by working within the confines of natural law, and about God sustaining his laws perpetually. Here is Meyer from the Discovery Institute explaining.
Sir Isaac Newton figures in the story of the return of the God hypothesis in a number of ways. Newton's science is often presented by science popularizers as providing the basis of a mechanistic, materialistic worldview that has no room for God in it. And this take on Newton was conveyed to a wide television audience by Neil deGrasse Tyson in his 13-part Cosmos series recently. But actually nothing could be further from the truth. Newton was profoundly theistic in his worldview. In fact, during my time as a PhD student in Cambridge, I was doing a tutorial on Newton's work on the theory of universal gravitation. And my British supervisor said, if you miss Newton's theism, you've missed everything. And you can see his theistic worldview right in his scientific works, in his General Scholium to the Principia, an epilogue that he attached to later editions of his original work. He argued that the fine-tuning of the planets and comets and sun, of the fine-tuning of our solar system, provided evidence for an intelligent and powerful being, he said. And in other works of science, his optics, for example, he made a very sophisticated design argument based not only on the intricacy of the design of the eye, but based also on the way in which the eye anticipated the properties of light. In addition to that, Newton thought that gravity there was something mysterious about gravity that couldn't be explained by any materialistic explanation. Namely, that the force of gravity is transmitted through a distance without any material interaction between the bodies. The moon, after all, exerts a force on planet Earth that moves the water in what we call tidal action, yet the moon is not touching our planet. And this mysterious action at a distance, Newton thought was evidence of what one of my Cambridge supervisors called constant spirit action. It was evidence of God sustaining the orderly concourse of nature in an invisible way. So Newton had a profound theistic philosophy of science, and he also thought and saw evidence of the existence of God in the different scientific systems and the different natural systems that he studied.
And with that, I'm all out of time for tonight. Hopefully you learned something interesting to take with you into tomorrow. Until then, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Truth Social at tippingpointoan, or on my personal account, Nefertari_25. If you like the show, please send us feedback at tippingpoint@oann.com. And make sure to subscribe to OA Live and download the app for iOS, Android, Apple TV, and for other devices. To watch Tipping Point wherever you go. And OA Live